Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, hello. And I want to say a very public happy birthday to my beautiful friend Tori. It is her birthday today and she'll be thrilled to get a shout out on the radio.
Happy birthday, Tori. Should we sling her a Priceline Pharmacy voucher as well, Swanee?
Yes, we should.
Let's make it happen.
I might meet her at a store like a prize winner.
Yeah, mate,
you know?
and treat her like a prize winner
Yes.
as if you've never met her.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? I'm Chrissy.
Hello, you're all the way from Ballarat. Anyway, great to be here. God love a Tuesday because it's your opportunity to turn misery into joy. Is it not? I'm thrilled to tell you that I've got something, I've got another thing in common with Matt Shervington, apart from the fact that when we have Speedos on, it looks like a budgie is sleeping in our pants. He and Nat Barr had this conversation this morning.
You have never peed in the shower. I am amazed.
I reckon I must have, over the time. But
there you go.
No, I'm talking about in your own shower. Really, every day. Is that what you do?
Stop it. I've peed in the shower. I admit it.
Shervo went on to say that he always pees in the shower and that warm water is his kryptonite. The minute it touches his body, he said, it doesn't matter if I've done 100 wheeze, I'll have to do another one. I hear you, Shervo.
Well, imagine how much that thing would hold. There'd be a lot to release. Hey, we've got a massive show after 3 o'clock. There is a trip to Sri Lanka to be won in Chrissies Quizzy.
So good.
Make sure you tune in. We've got a rabbit update.
Yes.
Before 3 o'clock, we're going to hear that. But next, we're doing our to-do list Tuesday.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
It is Tuesday, which is a bit of a nothing day. Good time to do this.
To-do list Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Let's go one for one.
Let's do it. Mix it up a bit.
Having said that, I reckon I've always got more on my to-do list than you do.
How many items do you have this week?
Oh, 25?
Oh, I've got 2.
Just for today.
All right, you kick us off.
But I've edited them down, okay? So, it's the 15th, so top on to-do list, pay all outstanding bills.
You and me both, Swanee.
I haven't done it yet because I just want that moment of it all being there before I tear it out.
We are so the same. I do that as well. Just enjoy a day of some actual cash being in my bank account.
Yes, so that's going to follow over to to-do list Wednesday.
Right, okay, smart.
Yours? Next?
First one is buy oil bottle from Chef's Hat for my auntie. So there's a particular oil bottle my mum and auntie Carolyn love. It's like a glass oil bottle that they refill, and one of them broke, so I've got to go to Chef's Hat to get them one. Right near work. I know. I'm a good nephew.
I can give you some tips on how to buy something online and then organise to click and collect it and then never turn up.
You could do that, but I shan't be doing that. Next for you?
Film Bing Bong.
Excuse me?
Okay, so there is a character in Inside Out called Bing Bong.
Right.
And I've never forgotten him and he's my favourite. And our mutual friend John, also loves Bing Bong. Well, when I was cleaning out one of the kids' rooms, I found an old toy of Bing Bong and it still looks amazing. I washed it up and I changed the batteries and it talks and I need to film Bing Bong.
Talking.
To send to John.
I love that. Is Bing Bong meant to replicate an elephant?
Yes, and he's an imaginary friend. And then as Riley grows up, Bing Bong disappears and it's so hard.
Much like your rabbit.
Tom knows. Oh, God. Speaking of the rabbit, I do have a rabbit update. My daughter's rabbit, Chicago, took off yesterday. Did she come back?
Or
Did
is she dead?
Not?
My next item on my to-do list is go to Button Store to select button for Derby Day suit. So I designed my Derby Day suit this morning with my friend Effie. Shout out to Effie Cat. We can't find a button that we like for the suit. So she's like, there's a really good button store on Glenferrie Road. Go find a good button. So I'm going to do that. What?
Are you joking?
No.
I should have brought in my collection. You know how you get a free button with every jacket that you've got? I've got a 7,000, which I will never use. Did you know my ex has a phobia of buttons?
What?
Yeah.
The ex that I know?
Yeah, Lee. It's a thing. And
are you silly?
Yeah, it makes him dry reach and it's disgusting. So to taunt him, I used to clap two buttons together.
I have never heard of that before. I would love to hear more about that.
Well, maybe we should chuck it out there. 13 24 10. Do you have a weird phobia of buttons?
Hey, but back on my button hunt.
Yeah.
Do you have any big ones, or are they all pretty small shirt sized? I'd like a big bad boy, like a 50-cent coin size.
Ooh, maybe.
Have a look.
Maybe my trench coat came with one. What colour?
Gold or something.
Nah, go to the button
shop.
store.
That's the end of my to-do list.
Okay. Oh, God, I've got to choose. Oh, I've got 2 more.
Okay.
1, reach out to Rachel Hart to tell her I'm cancelling today. So I booked the podcast studio because I was going to do some podcasts, and then my babysitter didn't turn up, so it threw my morning into disarray, and I did forget
To tell
Rach, and the booking lapsed an hour ago. So I think she knows that I'm not going. Here's the last one. You're going to love this. Make agenda. I'm writing it I'm showing it to you because this is make agenda for tonight's family meeting and TED Talk.
Ooh.
Topics to cover. Public transport and why protein and sleep are important. I bet you wish that you were one of my kids.
Wow, that's going to be a fun Tuesday night in your household.
Yeah, I love the family meeting. I love it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Bubble Skincare has landed exclusively at Priceline Pharmacy. Affordable, high quality and effective. Face your days with confidence. Bubble is a new school approach to skincare designed to deliver long-lasting results.
Shop now in-store at Priceline Pharmacy.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
This time yesterday I was very emotional because I was talking about Chicago, my daughter's bunny, who I have fallen in love with. I love that bunny.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
She's magical. What happened? I'll give you a quick update in case you missed it completely yesterday. My daughter moves her bunny, Chicago, from where she sleeps into what we call the day spa, which is like an enclosed pen so she can have a stretch of her legs during the day.
Yes.
She does that every morning before school.
A bougie bunny. I'm no animal guy, but it's a gorgeous bunny. You've showed me several photos.
Not only is she pretty, she is charismatic. We are mad about Chicago.
Riz, if you will.
She's got Riz.
Mad Riz.
Mad Riz. Anyway, Peg did that, as she always does, went back to get Chicago's sister Gingy, returned to the day spa, and she was like, where's Chicago? There was a fault with the latch, and she had latched it, but it hadn't latched. Chicago escaped, and it is the first time that we have not been able to just get our eyes on this bunny. Peg had to go to school, and I mean, all hell broke loose. I was trying to be positive, but I was really worried because I thought, well, this bunny's gone. We're never going to see her again, and I have to, mother up and talk about grief and loss and all of that stuff with my daughter, and I just never wanted to go home. Wanted to join the witness protection program.
You did stay here quite late last night. I think I was home for like 15 minutes, and you were still here.
Oh, yeah, I was here till I stayed for an hour and a half after the show.
Wow, you were really
I wanted to avoid it.
off.
Anyway, after Peg had gone to school, I searched for 2 hours, every inch, every nook and cranny of the garden. Couldn't find the bunny, had to come into work. I texted Charlotte, our next door neighbour, and she got back to me later on in the afternoon to tell me, oh God, now I can't wait, to tell me that she'd looked for the bunny and couldn't find her. The guy that mows my lawns popped in, and I said to him, please keep your eye out for this bunny, and I sent a photo of Chicago.
Imagine if he just started cutting the grass and feathers were just flying everywhere.
Well, that would be odd because rabbits don't have feathers.
Fur. What do they have?
Yeah, they got fur, beautiful soft fur. Anyway, he texted me back, no, sorry, no bunny. And then the heartbreaking texts from my daughter while I was still on air, and she had finished school, and she's like, update, ? Do you think she'll eventually show up, Mum? I'm so scared. Tonight, can we both go through the front yard and the backyard? She could be anywhere, Mum. What if we don't find her, Mum?
Sorry, Dad, you laugh.
What if I never see her again, Mum? So I'm just like, oh my God, how do I answer this poor girl? Because the chances are, yes, the bunny has gone.
You in danger, girl.
You in danger, girl. Anyway, as I said, I was wanting to join the witness protection program, and I didn't want to go home and mother up. Eventually, I was getting my stuff together and my phone went off. 2 texts at the same time. One from my son, Kit, and one from my daughter. Kit's said, OMG, and Peg said, "We found her."
What?
Yes. She was up in my podcast studio.
How did she get up there?
She's
the little
aspirational.
bugger?
She's aspirational. We screamed. My daughter was crying. By the time I got home, I was dancing around the backyard, holding that bunny, enjoying this song and singing it by Chicago. And if you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest. I was singing into that bunny's little face. Anyway, I've put a padlock on the hutch now.
I'm surprised the bunny didn't die from how hard you were all squeezing and hugging it.
She loves us too.
The photos I was receiving last night, that bunny's going to wish it had stayed away.
Listen, I should post the photograph of what my kids saw. So they were in the backyard. My podcast studio is up on a second level above the garage.
Yeah.
There's this little silhouette of a little black bunny behind the curtain, full view. She was just watching us from above going,
Enjoy
suckers.
your day of hell.
Yes, exactly.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's talk about this interview. I haven't had a chance to have a look at it. It is our favourite West child.
Northie.
Nori. Did they
Nori.
still call her Nori?
I think so.
I thought that she might have grown out of that.
I think Kim still does.
Yeah. She has been interviewed by her own mum.
Yes, for Interview magazine.
Love
and
it.
the video is great. It's the first time you've kind of, when you see like child stars and they're suddenly a teenager? I feel like North's crossed that sort of line of she's like her own little mini adult now.
She has so much spunk.
So much spunk. Listen to how she introduces herself, Swanee.
Hey, it's me, Tyler, the Creator. Hey, it's me, Kanye West. Hey, it's me, North West. Didn't I get invoked when I was one?
Yeah, you peed on Dad.
What I get from that is that she's always been allowed to just be herself. I love that about her. I think Kim
agree.
Kardashian's a really great mum.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think also North is literally a Control-C, Control-V of Kanye, but like a new and improved version.
I agree.
So,
hopefully she's not in the news headlines like her dad.
No, this past week has been grim for Kanye.
Yuck.
Now, some of these questions, Swanee, they're like, usually I know most things about you, but I don't know the answers to these questions that North was asked about you. Like, I wouldn't know your answers. So I'm going to play what North's answer is to Kim's question, and then I want to hear yours, okay?
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, our first question.
If you could live inside of a cartoon, which one would it be?
Barbie.
Why?
I really like Raquel, and it's a good show, and I watch it every night. I will literally be like, yes, I'm a Barb. Come on.
Who's Raquel?
Raquel's a character in the cartoon of Barbie.
Oh, there you go.
If you could live inside a cartoon, what would you
Well, straight away, the iconic film clip, Take On Me by a-ha, comes to mind. And it was the most amazing clip at the time, and it still stands up. I would live in that.
Great. Good answer.
Thank you.
Question number 2.
What's your favorite style right now?
I like very like streetwear and like 90s, Tyler the Creator, my dad, me.
God, she loves her dad and she loves herself, and good on her. My favourite style. Look, anything that I can wear that disguises the fact that my saggy boobs don't have a bra on. So, like at the moment, I'm wearing a matching tracksuit from Kmart. I wore this yesterday. Well, the same one, but, different colour.
Yeah.
And no bra, and you could not tell,
Mate,
even though they were sitting on my bum bag.
Your boobs could be on the floor and I wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Alrighty, next question.
They are, though.
What's one lesson you'll never forget?
To trust God only. Don't trust nobody else except God, because you only trust Him.
I mean,
one lesson.
Probably learn to trust someone else as well, North.
Yes.
One lesson you'll never forget.
That making a paste involving bicarb soda, there is not a stain it will not fix if you leave it overnight.
Huge. Alrighty, our second last question.
What's your favorite song right now?
I Don't Love You Anymore by Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, God, she's mad for Tyler, the Creator.
Loves him. What's your favourite song?
My favourite song, oh, God.
Something Taylor.
I don't know. I can't say. I can't. I don't know.
If you had to pick right now today.
Well, I really just enjoyed Delicate.
Yeah, you just said that was a huge call, actually, that Delicate is your favourite Taylor Swift song ever, which is huge.
Of all time. Yep.
I would have thought it was something off Evermore.
And you know how much I love Evermore. I love Folklore. I love Tortured Poets. I love all those albums.
But
that song is my absolute favourite Taylor Swift song of all time.
Alrighty, final question from North.
What was the best day of your life?
Maybe in Italy. It was just very chill, just spending time with my siblings.
Oh, that's wholesome.
Isn't it? I mean, how relatable as well.
How gorgeous.
In Italy.
Best
day of your life.
The best day of my life, you know what comes to mind was last Monday. I had my very first ever disappear day.
What's that?
Where people thought I was somewhere, but I was just at home. And the doorbell rang and I ignored it and I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb and I disappeared.
Okay, so it's another one we need to talk to the therapist about.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Any word yet if Sab Caps global tour includes Australia?
Not just Sab Cap now, Sab Caps.
Sab Caps.
No word is yet, Swanee, but surely she's got to.
She's got to.
Given the love she got from Tay earlier this year.
That is very true. You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova. Sab Cap isn't in Australia, but guess who is?
Chrissy's clickbait.
I mean, finally, I think my phone can stop pinging with middle-aged women begging for tickets to Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, of course.
Because she finishes up in Melbourne tonight. Last night she finished, 4th show.
Yep.
And she's heading off to Sydney.
Kicks off her Sydney shows this Thursday night. Get ready, Sydney.
Oh, yeah, and also keep your eyes peeled because she might have a little day off where she could be out, you know, they do that thing where they get a photo with the koalas and all that sort of business.
She'll climb the bridge.
She might not. She might have an injury. Did you see what happened last night at the Melbourne show?
I did, Swanee.
She fell through a hole in the stage.
Oh my God, that was fun. I'm okay. Wow. Sometimes there's just a hole in the stage. That's all right. Okay. Where was I? How are we doing tonight, Melbourne?
What a trooper.
Correct, but you can hear she's really trying to turn it up for them and like overcompensate with I'm okay.
Yes.
The poor thing sounded a bit winded.
Do you remember when Taylor fell through the stage but she was actually diving and then it looked like she was swimming under the stage?
I do. I mean, we get it, guys. Stop uploading that footage to TikTok. I was so sick of seeing that.
Jeez, if you can't get joy from an optical illusion, then I mean you really are dead inside.
Have you heard of Grey Goose? There's a lot of joy in that.
Let's talk Sam Armitage.
I like Sam Armitage.
Do you?
Yeah, I think she's got a bit of sass and like chutzpah about her that a lot of others don't.
I agree. You don't want to mess with Sam Armitage.
No.
I get that impression. But one thing that she does that I don't understand, and that if I knew her, I would say, don't do that again, sweetie, is...
Sweetie. Hun. Throw her a hun.
Oh, no, I would never.
I know.
She might punch me in the face if I call her hun.
Or champ. She'd like fully...
I don't like mate
tackle
either.
you. Really?
Yeah, I don't like mate.
I think I sometimes throw a mate your way. Apologies.
No, you don't.
Right.
Well, I don't mind it sometimes. And I've got to stop myself. I call my kids mate sometimes. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Anyway, Samantha Armitage, for as long as we can remember, she's been in Channel 7, like a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when free-to-air was a thing, stations, TV networks had their stars. And you kind of always associate them with the network. Like, Carl Stefanovic is Channel 9 through and through and through and through. And
so was Lisa for me, and that's why the Channel 10 move was such a big deal at the time.
I know, and it is jarring. You're like, oh, God, I don't even know who I am anymore. If Lisa Wilkinson doesn't work for Channel 9, well, get ready, because Samantha Armitage is defecting, allegedly, from Channel 7 to Channel 9 in order to host The Golden Bachelor next year. So The Golden Bachelor is part of the Global Bachelor franchise that Channel 10 and Osher aren't doing anymore. See, that's even going to be a shift.
I mean, Osher, have we checked on him this week?
Oh, he's great.
Really?
He's great. Yes. Oh, ever the optimist. Anyway, Golden Bachelor is coming, and it's the same idea as The Bachelor, except The Bachelor is old.
Yeah. I'm here for it. I think it really adds a nice new, flair to the show, to the format.
I mean, I think if I was them, I would drop the G and just call it the Old and Bachelor.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
I am so envious of whoever gets to jet off to Sri Lanka with Sri Lankan Airlines at the end of the week as part of this Chrissy's Quizzy prize. It is extraordinary.
It's quite incredible. $5,000 this trip is worth, and all you've got to do is make it to Friday's Quizzy and win that.
And do you know what I love the most about it?
What?
It's so exotic. On a list of places like that you have to tick off your bucket list and la la la, Sri Lanka miraculously doesn't appear, and it should.
It should.
And the fact that someone is going to go and just experience this magic is just, I'm so envious and so happy.
We have our carryover champ Nev on the line, ready to go.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Experience Sri Lanka with Sri Lankan Airlines, connecting you to non-stop excitement and fun. Book now at SriLankan.com. Chrissy's Sri Lankan Quizzy.
In a weird twist, the voices in my head were coming out through the microphone. Did you notice?
I know. Hey, Tom, can you please just tell everyone listening what you just told us in our ear?
So we have an update. The prize value is not worth $5,000. It's worth $7,500.
Oh my!
I am very
God.
sorry. A trip worth $7,500.
That is magic. Nev, are you going to be packing your bags and going to Sri Lanka?
Good afternoon, guys. I hope so.
Are you calling from the toilet, Nev?
Sorry, it's a bit echoey.
He's having a wee.
Is that better? I found myself a nice quiet meeting room at work.
Ah, good on you.
Yeah, we love that. Hey, what do you do for a job, Nev?
I work for a financial institution.
Oh, that's a bank for anybody that's listening.
That's right.
You are up against Christy today. Hey, Christy.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Chrissy.
Would you love to go to Sri Lanka?
Oh, my God. I would love to go to Sri Lanka.
Oh, because it's got all the food and stuff you love, but it's beachy.
The sun, the beach.
Oh, my
cocktails,
God. It's
everything.
magic. Maybe Doodle Jaya Singer will be there. All right, let's go, shall we? Your names are your buzzers. Losing my mind, as per usual.
If you'd like to file a complaint, please slide into our DMs at the Chrissy Swan Show.
Your names are your buzzers, you know, with a drill. Best of 5. Now, it's not the first person gets the bum bag and then we say see you later. Whoever wins this is back tomorrow. It's a carryover champ situation.
It is, and the loser gets the bum bag. I stuffed that up yesterday, Tom told me. So we're giving the loser the bum bag today, and the person that wins is the carryover champ. Question number 1.
I don't like the edge in your voice when you say loser and bum bag in the same sentence.
Feels a little more right.
Question number 1, guys. What is the currency of Sri Lanka?
Chrissy.
Yes.
Rupee.
Yes. Question number 2. Which pop star had a fall on stage in Melbourne last night? Yes, Christy.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, my God. She is fast.
Nev, how are you feeling, mate?
I'm still here.
I know my stuff.
You know, if you don't get through,
Someone's
Nev,
been doing some research.
if you don't get through, it's because of what you guys have done with the interest rates, all right? So, question number 3. 3 years ago today, Adele released this song as the lead of her album 30. What is it called?
Chrissy.
Yes, Christy?
Go easy on me.
Yes, we'll accept that. It is easy on me. Well done. Bad luck, Nev, but you do get the bum bag, which is something.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
And Christy, we will meet you
God.
back here tomorrow at the same time for another crack at Sri Lanka, okay, my
Thank
girl?
you.
Now,
Amazing.
Swanee, I know how much you love that Adele song.
I love it so much, and I haven't heard it for so long.
I remember we were together the day it was released. And what did you do that day?
I walked, I think it was 3 or 4 hours with just that on repeat. By the time I came into work the next day, I knew every word. And it was a brand new song.
Now, our ACRA winning head of music, Scott Baker-Smith's not thrilled about this, but we're going to play it in full right now.
Oh, my God.
Turn it up. Adele, easy on me. Get your hand and your arm outside the window in your car.
Get it out.
Like she does in the music video.
Magic.
There ain't no gold in this river.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
One day we'll meet, me and Troy Sivan, and I'll clear a name out of my phone and put his phone number in and start stalking him. You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova. The office was a buzz yesterday. The airwaves were a buzz yesterday.
Why?
There is a story about rubbish. Nothing gets us fired up more than rubbish. There's a fact.
True.
People have very staunch ideas.
I remember it was a massive controversy in this very office at Nova when rubbish bins were removed.
Oh, how absurd.
Everyone's desk. And you had to get up and go and walk to some like communal bin, like we couldn't afford a little plastic
Well, you could have
tub.
done that. I walked to Kmart and I brought my own bin.
You did, that's right.
And I just said, excuse me, I'm a human being. I generate rubbish. Don't be so stupid.
That's my favourite kind of Chrissy Swan, a passive-aggressive Chrissy Swan.
Well, you just take your thing.
A petty, passive-aggressive swan.
Listen, if you can, you just take control of the situation. But the reason we're talking all about rubbish is because South Australian, there's a council in South Australia that has absolutely put a cat among the pigeons and saying that they're going to fine $312 to anybody that leaves their bin out for too long. Excuse me, who gets to decide what's too long? Did you know that under Port Adelaide Enfield Council's regime,
Give it to me.
you can only put your bin out after 4 p.m. the night before,
Yep.
and it must be taken in to the house again by midnight the day after collection.
Absolutely fine with it. I love that.
What is the point of those rules?
Because it makes the street look cluttered and gross if there are just bins laid out there for days on end.
No one wants to leave their bin out there.
Ask your neighbour.
No one wants to leave their bin out there. We're doing the best we bloody can.
Nah, I'm here for it. Keep the streets looking clean.
This irritates me. Honestly, it irritates me.
I think a warning system maybe, Swanee. Give you a warning before I fine you.
No. How about this for a system?
Yeah.
I buy a house in that council, right? I pay rates for no reason. I get absolutely no benefit apart from my rubbish is taken away once a fortnight, by the way. Don't get me started.
I know that is absurd.
It is absurd.
But still, you're paying the rate to have your rubbish collected and disposed of. But I think out of respect for your neighbours, take your bin in and out in a coarse fashion.
I'm the customer. I'm paying for that service.
For 1 day a week or 1 morning a week.
I get to decide, you know, when I put my bin out. I put it out at the right time. After 4 p.m. is not always possible. It's not always possible. So if I remember, for example, and when I say it's not possible for my brain. So if I'm going out and I go, oh my God, shit, it's Sunday, and that happens to happen at 10 in the morning, then that bin is going out then.
Well, way to ruin the landscape for everyone's weekend.
Oh,
when they're
boo-hoo!
walking down to the markets and the shops and they have to look at your overflowing bin.
Nah.
It's probably a dead rabbit in
And
it.
do you know what? And do you know what else annoys me?
What?
People that crack it when you put your extra rubbish in their bin.
Yeah,
that is outrageous.
Okay, so I think I'm with you on that because I remember as like a kid when mum and dad would have family or friends over on a Saturday night and there were a heap of bottles left, so they'd have to go to the neighbour's bin. But do you do it when the bin is on the nature strip or still in the neighbour's driveway?
Oh, no. On the nature strip. It's out.
Agreed. Okay, I think that's completely fine. Who cares?
No, Jack. There are people that will check their bin. I mean, these are not my sort of people.
No, they're not.
There are people that will check their bin after they've put it out to see if the rubbish in it is theirs, and if it isn't, they will touch that rubbish and put it on the street.
Well, they need to get laid.
13-24-10, let's find one.
Yeah,
Do you have an irrational hatred of rubbish that is not your own being in your rubbish bin?
Can I tell you, Swanee, that's one great thing about apartment living. I value my bin chute so much because I just have to walk out my apartment door, pop it in the chute.
Oh my God, that would be magical.
You should move back in.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
She's still letting that actor with the piggy face touch her.
Yeah, my man, Barry Keoghan.
Won't take long for that to be over.
No.
You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova.
We've seen his Kyogen. She's sticking around, bro.
Oh, how disgusting, Jack. Tell you what else is disgusting. This Adelaide Council has announced that they're going to fine people $312 for leaving their bin out too long or putting it out too early. And if I ever had the misfortune of having to sit down with one of these people that made this decision, I would ask one question.
What is it?
Why? Give me one reason that justifies a fine that amounts to a full week's groceries for a small family.
Because of the aesthetic and look of the street.
Well, you are disgusting. That is absurd. What happened to letting people live their lives? I've been to Italy. All right? I've seen what respect from above looks like. Am I right, Stratus?
That's it.
That's it, baby. What an absurd rule.
This is ridiculous. It's just another control act by him.
That's it, man. That's it. Let's overthrow.
No, that's it. There's so many people like they're working their absolute asses off. They can't afford to even buy groceries or rent homes or anything.
Yeah.
And these blokes are here ready to fine people $312 because they can't pull their bins in time. What if they're working afternoon shift?
Or Stratus.
What if they're doing afternoon shift?
Exactly. Or they put it out too early because, 4 p.m. is when you've got to put it out. Jam it right away.
Stratos, you've got a double pass to see Saturday Night, which is in cinemas October 31. It's great. It's all
I'll
about...
go with you and we'll overthrow the regime, Stratus.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I love it. See, it gets people fired up.
All right, Sarah, let's go to Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, this is just my topic because I am so infuriated at the minute.
Yes.
There is nothing worse than putting my bin out and people parking out the front of my house that don't belong here and my bin does not get emptied.
That is right. Why? But why isn't it getting emptied? You call your council.
Because the bin's in front. Because the car's in front of the bin. It's the whole street.
No, but that's not your problem. You are the customer. You are paying for a service that they are not giving you. You must call them and say, here's a news flash. Streets have cars on them. How are you going to get my rubbish that I'm paying for?
Yeah, it's absurd. I have to ring them every Monday night and say my bin's not empty.
Oh, my God, I hear you.
A double pass to Saturday Night in cinemas October 31 for Sarah.
Hi, hi, Joanne.
Hello.
Talk to me about your hideous neighbour that I want to make a voodoo doll of.
He is such... Oh, he's so anal about his bin. He puts it out first in his spot, and if you go in his spot, by the way, he gets really mad and he moves his bin back, and then he moves yours so it wouldn't get emptied. But if you put anything in his bin, he will take it out and he will put it on your doorstep in front of your door. And what infuriates me more is that he only fills his bin like a quarter of the way. Like, it's 3/4 empty.
Joanne, I have never hated anyone more than I hate him.
Have you tried to converse with him, Joanne, and have an adult conversation about it?
No, I just wait till 1 a.m. and then I sneak out sneakily and I fill it. But as soon as the truck gets there, he's out his door, and if he sees it, he shakes his head and gives my house a dirty look.
Someone's got to get a life.
A double pass
rubbish.
to Saturday Night for you, Joanne.
Hi, James.
Hello.
Tell us your story.
A few years back where I used to live, we had a guy a couple of houses up from me where he always had so much rubbish. He could have just ordered a second bin, which you can do, but he would be out every bin night, putting rubbish in everybody's bins to the point of overflowing their bins, which then sometimes they don't get picked up because they're overflowing.
That is bad manners. If you're going to use someone else's bin, the lid must close. That's the only rule.
Absolutely.
Double pass to Saturday Night in cinemas October 31. Let's really quickly finish with Reese. What happened with your mate, Reese?
Hi, Chrissy. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
I'm so glad to hear your voice. I feel like I've known you for years, Reese.
Same here, doll. You keep me getting through traffic.
Bless.
I used to work with this kooky person, and I used to take my cavoodle for a walk and bag his business. And I would put it in someone else's bin, obviously double-bagged, and she was so offended that she never sat next to me in the office again and removed me from all social media.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
First,
Chrissy Chrissies clickbait.
I mean, you and I spoke off air yesterday as friends about the Kanye West situation. There's new allegations and they are dark and revolting, and we decided not to talk about them on air because there's not a nice way to table them.
They were a bit too grim.
Yeah, a bit grim and also very poor taste.
From a former personal assistant that has come out and filed a lawsuit with some dark stuff.
Very disturbing allegations, and part of that file includes the fact that Kanye West told his current wife, and there's rumours that everything's love on the rocks, ain't no big surprise. Thank you, Neil Diamond. That he would like to have relations with his wife's mother.
Yeah.
Which is most unusual thing to say. Well, of course, Daily Mail are all over it. And they doorstopped Bianca Censori's mum, who lives in suburban Melbourne. I mean, it just blows my mind that someone so high profile is with somebody, you know, from Ivanhoe.
I know. Alexandra and Ivanhoe.
Yeah. Anyway, she has said she does not want to be drawn into the current situation with her son-in-law. I was about to say former son-in-law, and look, it's not Mystic Chrissy Day, but I feel like that's a sign.
I think it is too.
It's happening.
I think it's happening.
Yeah.
Also, these pat photos of Bianca's mum, she's really dressed up just to walk the streets of Ivanhoe, and I'm here for it. She's got a heel on. She's got like a slimline bodycon dress.
Oh, my God. Those shoes are so sexy. Maybe I want to sleep with her. Let's move on to Pharrell Williams, one of the greatest songs of all time. Happy. Feel like a room without a roof. The thing is, if you've got a kid that's about 15, 16, 17 now, one of your earliest, most beautiful memories was that child loving this song.
See, I know I'm just going to sound like a really depressive dude here, but like that song irritates me to no end.
Yes, but did it irritate you back then?
Yes. Singing a song about being happy, like, wow, groundbreaking.
Well, you're going to love this.
Okay.
You're going to love this development because he's not singing about being happy. He's being sarcastic. So let me take you back to that time. Pharrell Williams was tasked with writing an original soundtrack for the film Despicable Me 2.
Yes.
And can you imagine how daunting that would be? Oh, my God.
And I'd imagine it would be like a harder task like creating a song for a movie rather than your own label, because there are far more people involved and people that you're not really close with and you don't know.
And also you're trying to sort of retrofit something. The film is there.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the vibe of it, and you're trying. There's a lot of no. There's a lot of the studio saying, nah, that's not the vibe, that's not the vibe. Anyway, he got so sick of that, this is what he did.
This was 9 songs that you were trying to like complete this task for this film, and you kept hearing no. And then it was only until you were out of ideas and you asked yourself a rhetorical question and you came back with a sarcastic answer, and that's what happy was.
I love that.
So it's not singing a song about being happy. It's singing a song about being deeply unhappy and annoyed that you've signed the contract and now you've got to bloody work it out.
I wonder if that's the reason he was like, you know what, I'm done with this music biz. I'm going to go create cool clothes for Louis Vuitton.
I mean, look, you know, is there anything that he is not good at?
There actually isn't. I love that man.
Genius, I do too.
Hey, that's us done. Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next. We'll see you tomorrow from 2.
See you Wednesday.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.